Good morning again. Far be it to blame Puritans for treating women badly. Everyone did. Sorry. I mean, even some cultures might have been better than some. But I think almost every culture in the world, no, I cannot, I'm pretty sure I can say all cultures in the world. I'm sure some are better. But treated women poorly, with disrespect, at some level. Certainly not equal. So we shouldn't blame Puritans alone. But Puritans wrote these into laws so we can read and really see how poorly Puritans and, frankly, humans and men treated women. If you look at the title of Woman, Hold Your Tongue, in other words, women aren't allowed to talk. Listen. It's kind of amazing that, that we used to have these views. But, things are getting better, but we got to keep going and keep pushing until everyone is equal. So we're going to learn about how the Puritans did not treat women very nicely. Chapter 18, Woman, Hold Your Tongue. Anne Hutchinson was another troublemaker. At least that is what some Puritans thought. Here was a woman with 14 children who was interpreting the Bible. No one had objected to that until she began to question some of the ministers' beliefs. Soon she was trying to reach everyone with her ideas about God. Governor Winthrop was outraged. Didn't Mistress Hutchinson have enough to do with all those babies to feed? What was worse, in Winthrop's view, was that people were listening to her. Even men were listening. There was a reason. Anne Hutchinson had a fine mind, and she loved God. Besides, what she was saying made sense. Winthrop admitted that she was a woman with a ready wit and a bold spirit. Before long, Massachusetts was split between people who believed what Anne Hutchinson said and those who believed the ministers. She claimed God was guiding her. The ministers said they were doing God's work on earth. Finally, the Puritans held a trial. You can read the court records for yourself. You may argue that Mrs. Hutchinson was smarter than her accusers, but that didn't help her a bit. She was kicked out of Massachusetts and out of the Puritan church, too. She moved to Rhode Island. Later, Anne Hutchinson moved to New York and was killed by Indians. Governor Winthrop saw it as the judgment of God. We talked a little about that. He's really saying that, see, God doesn't like her. He had her killed. Wow. I mean, that's sad, disgusting. In those days, women, like children, were expected to be seen and not heard. They belonged to their husbands. The word for them was chattel. That means a piece of property. A husband could sell his wife's labors and keep the wages. If she ran away, she was accused of stealing herself and her clothing. Her husband even owned her clothes. Okay, so Massachusetts didn't start out too well with women's rights. But again, no one did really.